Ahoy, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show. I am your host, Craig, and this week we are going to take you on a culinary adventure through Disney dining. And to join me on this adventure, we have Erica Resnick.
Hi, friends.
And we have Rhino.
Yummy, yummy.
Yes, we have a great episode for you this week. We are going to kind of recap some of the options that you can experience in terms of dining this summer at Walt Disney World, as well as Disneyland. We're not going to give them as much love, but there is going to be some churro talk. So I feel like, Walt Disney World and churros, it's just not the same. It's lame. You haven't experienced this yet, Erica.
I probably won't.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm looking at you like you should be an expert on this, but I don't know if it's the humidity. I don't know if it's the supply. I'm not sure where it goes wrong, but Disneyland churros are magical, and Walt Disney World churros just taste stale right away.
That's what I've heard.
So I think it would probably be the humidity. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We'll get into that in just a second. Before we get there, though, I want to remind you this is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. If you like our content and you want to support us, book a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. It costs you no extra money, and you get the support of one of the incredible Dreams Unlimited Travel agents. So for a free no obligation quote today, head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Okay, where should we start? I don't want to start with churros. I feel like that should be the big end of the episode. So should we talk about just summer bites in general? Should we talk about the new menu that debuted at the Hollywood Brown Derby that we didn't get to talk about because it happened a couple weeks back? Where do we want to start with?
Does the Derby have drinks?
The Derby always has drinks, but there's no drinks to be talked about with this, just a lot of food. Nah?
Summer eats.
Summer eats won't be a thing to up on the summer nights.
Yeah, what's what you're doing?
Yeah, I butchered it. It's okay. It'll be cut. It's cut out of the episode already. So, yes, Disney Parks blog has all this fun information, probably the Diz too, but I'm reading it off of Disney Parks blog. I don't care for Jackie's flourishing of words. It's just not to my taste. I like just reading it, and we all know that Disney Parks blog never gets crazy with their wording at all.
Never.
It's always just straightforward about what it is. But there's a lot of dining changes happening this summer, as they always do at Walt Disney World. They try to keep menus fresh and not stale because, you know what? Sometimes vegetables are in season, sometimes they're not. Sometimes fruits are in season, sometimes they're not.
Tell it to an avocado.
I don't know any, so I can't. But first thing we're going to talk about is that apparently Le Cellier Steakhouse in the Canada Pavilion recently got new menu additions. Did you see this? Did you hear about this?
Yes.
Okay. Apparently you did then. The first thing we're going to talk about that they got was green onion and garlic Canadian cove mussels featuring Prince Edward Island mussels with ramp pistou cream and broiled ciabatta. Now, how do they broil ciabatta?
Yeah.
You just put it in the stove under the broiler and it gets all crispy?
For a second, you kept saying broil, but I was hearing boil, and I was like, soggy bread. Yuck. Quite the opposite here. Crispy, crunchy bread.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do like crispy country bread. Crispy, crunchy bread.
Excuse me?
English.
Crispy country bread.
Country bread.
I like a crispy
bread.
country bread.
I believe that would be like a sourdough. The country bread. Mushroom bisque combines more mushrooms, potatoes, and creme fraiche into a warm bowl of deliciousness. I love that. Rhino, you hate mushrooms. So that's not for you.
I'm trying to be better about mushrooms. I think I like the Japanese mushrooms, but I don't like the standard mushroom that you would find in a pasta sauce. No, I don't like those ones. Interesting.
What's your take on jumbo chilled shrimp?
Jumbo chilled shrimp. Yeah. I actually had some chilled shrimp at a brunch the other day, and I got to tell you, very refreshing, delightful. Shrimp is really just a vessel to get the cocktail sauce into my body.
Well, the great part is this jumbo chilled shrimp
jumbo
is paired with a tasty cocktail sauce and pepper cream.
Ooh.
Very fun. Hey, do we have any plant-based eaters at the table?
Oh,
no.
Me.
What? Okay. Well,
First time hearing of this.
Wow.
2 dishes
Breaking
to
news.
try. We all remember how much Kylie loved the fried cauliflower at Space 220. Well, Le Cellier is getting in on the action too
What?
with fried cauliflower appetizer. It's masterfully combined with tahini espuma, pine nut brittle, and radishes.
Wow. That actually
Brittle.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too bad Kylie would never be able to eat that one.
Yeah, she won't, but at least the buffalo cauliflower will always be at Space 220.
Honestly, I've never been to Le Cellier, but this sounds pretty delicious.
But are you feeling like it's hearty enough?
Do you have something more hearty you could tell me about?
Well, for a heartier option, the Canadian tourtière is a chickpea and mushroom pie with braised endive, snap peas, stone fruit ketchup, and a plant-based demi-glace.
Ooh, I want that.
I don't know about you, but both of these eats sound delicious to me, said the author of this Disney Parks blog article.
Just that it must be great.
Okay, pause for applause.
That's perfect.
As they say now, but wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more.
How?
2 new entrees, including the prime steak tartare,
I believe it's
Kiba
pronounced
Nea.
steak tartar.
with bulgur wheat, radish, mint, and a garlic aioli, and the grilled scallops with caviar, zucchini fritter, patty pan squash, sweetie drop pepper, and a creamy piquillo
Who's
sauce.
got a patty pants squash?
I'm not sure I know what a patty pan
I don't
squash
think
I've
so either.
never heard of that in my life.
Is it a brand or is it a type of squash?
I don't. Well, hold on.
Miss Patty Pants over here with her squash. It's like a British insult because they play squash, right? So you're like, oh, I don't want to be on that bruv's team. He plays like a Patty Pants.
Well, it's a type of summer squash that is it's
Ooh, I love
known
summer
for
squash.
its round and shallow shape.
Is it
There
yellow?
we go. Yellow, white, squashy.
Well, I mean, I only know of one squash, I think. Well, 2.
I mean,
A
the
yellow
zucchini
squash?
is a squash.
Oh, then I know of 3 now. Zucchini. We use zucchini a lot in the north. The yellow squash is our summer squash. And then there's also that squash that's like, it looks kind of like a pumpkin on the inside, but it's like, I don't want to use my hands too much to describe it. It's bulbous on the end and then thick. Do you know what I'm talking about?
A butternut squash?
Yes, butternut squash. Okay. I did not have. I couldn't remember the name of it. I'm sorry, but that's what it looks like, too. I wasn't trying to be gross or anything.
I mean, I'm at a loss there. I
just
kind of
couldn't
thought you were
remember the
joking.
word. No, I couldn't remember the word.
So let's go over all the different
Butternut.
types of squash here. There's 23 different types of squash.
oh,
We
my
have-
God.
Oh, there's a lot. We have the acorn squash. We have the
Oh, yeah.
banana squash,
Forgot about
the
acorn
buttercup squash, the butternut squash, the carnival squash, the delicata squash.
Oh my
Then
God,
an
so
ad
many
popped up.
squashes.
Like a
The
word anymore.
kabocha,
Yeah, squash.
the Hubbard, the honey nut squash, a pumpkin, a red
Wait, a pumpkin
curry,
is a squash?
spaghetti
Breaking
squash, sweet dumpling squash, turban
I've had
squash,
spaghetti squash.
types of summer squash. Oh man, kusa. We have, I believe, chayote, crookneck squash, patty pan squash.
Wait, what does patty pants look
The
like?
patty pan, it looks like kind of like little flowery squashes. We don't have visuals for this. The crookneck squash is what I would believe to be your typical squash that you would see in the grocery store. We've got round zucchini, squash blossoms, yellow squash. Never mind, yellow squashes are what we would normally see in the grocery store. The zephyr, the zucchini, and that's all our squashes. This has been Squash Talk. I'll see you later.
The squash squish. The squish squash. I'm trying to think of
This
a
is
funny
where
name
we
for
get
it.
the thumbs down. It's like, I can't believe I just listened to 3 idiots.
I'm
talk
going
about
back to the.
squash.
Well,
I'm going
now
back
I know
to
more about
what's.
squash.
I want to go back to what's gourd.
Oh, no, no,
the
no.
gourd
No, no, no,
podcast.
no, no. I'll get gored of that conversation very quickly.
Oh!
And we'll save that for the fall show where we're really talking
Good
about
gourd, y'all.
gourds
Summers
and
for the
such.
squashes.
Yeah, summers for the squashes, falls for the gourds. Oh man,
Are we talking hot squash summer?
hot squash.
It's stupid. It's hot squash summer, y'all.
I don't know what we're laughing about.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
It
I don't
doesn't.
know if it's
Erica's right. It doesn't feel like real word.
I don't know.
Does it?
Squash.
Okay, should we? I forgot. Round of hands. Do we have any plant-based eaters at this table? Oh, we do.
Me.
We do have one. Okay, so there is a new Korean-style Impossible Burger coming to a bunch of resorts. This delicious new item features an impossible patty made from plants topped with a Korean-style barbecue sauce and pickled vegetable slaw. And what locations is it going to be at? Well, we have the Disney All-Stars resorts, all of them, I believe. All three of them.
Mm-hmm.
Disney's Art of Animation Resort, Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, Disney's Port Orleans Resort, French Quarter, as well as Riverside. Now, do we call it Port Orleans or Port Orleans?
Port Orleans. That's what I say.
I always called it Port Orleans, but then when I say New Orleans, I say New Orleans. I don't say New Orleans. I used to say New Orleans, but then I felt like once I started hearing people say New Orleans, I said it like New Orleans.
I don't know. That's tricky.
Port Orleans, Riverside. I say Orleans.
But
New Orleans.
You're
I
going
say
to-
New Orleans as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
I
fine.
know it's New Orleans. We should have got. Where's Julie? Get her back.
Call
Get her back
Get
in.
her on FaceTime.
Get her on here. Hello.
Hi, we have a caller. Caller, can you tell us?
We'll try to round that up. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not calling her. This is already bad enough. Then we also will find a sweet treat at those same locations. Seize the Plant-Based Summer, a plant-based chocolate cake with vanilla buttercream and sprinkles starting on June 1st. Seize the Plant-Based Summer. So it can't be a squash summer and a plant-based summer.
I
can
think
it?
they can. I think they can both have the space to shine.
Seize the plant-based summer, y'all, because it's hot squash summer, y'all. I don't know.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
Those two are on my radar. I might be stopping at an All-Star soon, so I can grab one of these.
I mean, you have plenty of options. You have Art of Animation, both of the Port Orleans resorts. I didn't even mention Pop Century because I got into Port Orleans.
Just gotta hop
I
on a
don't know.
Skyliner.
Just go to one of them. Yeah, do any of those good ones. Caribbean Beach. Maybe that's how they're transporting them. It's on the Skyliner.
You just
That's
have
why
the
it's-
cast members with their
they're all
bags.
three. Yeah, it's not happening
Yeah.
at Riviera though. Tell you that much. So yeah, that starts June 1st, according to this. Let's move on to our next thing. Did I hear anything about Pop? Dirty Pop? Everything Pop?
Everything pop.
Over at Disney's Pop Century Resort, we got some burgers. We have a Cuban burger made up of ham, pickled pepper relish, provolone, and Dijonnaise on a toasted barouche bun.
Barouche.
Yum. I'd be interested in it. It does. The image does not look good at all, though.
Ham.
It looks just
What was the
not
pickled
great.
thing?
pickled pepper relish.
Picker
confused
pepper.
on the provolone.
I can't say it.
Yeah, why isn't it Swiss?
Why is it Swiss? That is not
I'm
a
very-
correct Cuban
it's-
sandwich.
Yeah, and like just to like stick with the ham, like you're missing out on other meats that would come on a
Yeah.
Cuban sandwich. Where's the pork?
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing it, the Tampa way, where's the salami on there?
Yeah,
Lots of questions
feels a little
for it.
off.
It does feel a little off. I'm glad you said that too. But over at the End Zone food court at Disney's All-Star Sports Resort, they're serving up a new burger starting June 21st. The Bases Loaded Burger. Rhino, what do you expect they would have on that burger?
Baseballs.
Unfortunately, no.
Wait, Cracker Jacks.
Just leather. Just leather.
Just leather.
Yeah.
Cracker Jacks.
Cracker Jacks. Now, it's a burger with bacon jam, an onion ring, and a beer cheese sauce on a toasted barouche to form a mouth-watering bite. There is not a
What's that
single
called? What's a baseball
thing
in that?
there that
Yeah.
reminds me of baseball.
No,
Yeah, what the heck?
Like, put a hot dog on it, and then it reminds me of baseball.
Oh, I put
And
I
Cracker
guess
Jack.
like maybe the onion ring, but like I don't know.
What? Stop,
Wait.
stop defending them, Erica.
I'm not
Stop.
trying to defend. They messed up the Cuban sandwich.
Oh yeah, you
So-
got a long history of going with the family to the old Bok to get some onion rings. Who's getting onion rings at a freaking baseball
I
game?
don't know. I love onion rings. I saw a baseball game once in my life, and I feel
Yeah?
like I ordered onion rings.
And you know what you have at a baseball game? You have chips and a helmet,
You
and a
do.
hot dog and a beer, and maybe some Cracker Jacks. And I don't care who comes back. I don't remember the rhyme.
It was close enough.
What else
Good.
do you have at a get? Chicken tendies even. I'd allow you to have that.
Well, it depends because so many ballparks now are doing like, what's a local delicacy, like a local chain, and they put them in the grandstands now. so that way you get a taste of the city that you're in.
The last baseball game I went to was with Craig. It was in California. And we had chips and a helmet and a hot dog and beer.
Mm-hmm. And it was good.
It was delicious.
It was really good. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Erica, maybe if there's a baseball game in August, you can go.
Well, I'd rather watch football. That's just my take.
Okay, cut the feed.
You don't get a say. You don't get a say on what you watch.
Cut the feed.
Okay. Also at Disney's All-Star Sports Resort and at both Disney's All-Star Movies Resort and All-Stars, wait for it, Music Resort. You didn't expect that. We're going to have sweet summertime favorites because starting June 1st, a hot dog and french fries. What am I reading?
I was like, what? Wow.
What am I reading? Designed to replicate a summertime classic. Oh, I forgot about that part.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
He missed a sentence.
Okay.
I missed a sentence.
The sweet summertime favorites will be joining the offering starting June 1st. Designed to be replicated a summertime classic, hot dog and french fries.
This new plate with chocolate sugar cookies and raspberry dipping sauce. Does it get more adorable than this? I don't think so.
Does it look like a hot dog?
I'm not going to lie. This is the worst description I've ever seen because
It's not a
there's
good
no
one.
picture with it. So what is
They
what are
want you
they
to imagine the hot dog with the french fries.
Yeah, but it's going to be a dessert, right?
It sounds like you're describing a cookie that looks like a hot dog. A cookie dog.
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
They have this little like thing in a cup, but it has Mickey ears, and the other one has Minnie ears with a bow on it.
That's the next
But
thing
that's
we're going
the
to talk
next
about.
thing. So
Yeah,
they-
that's what I'm saying.
Literally don't have what this is supposed to look like anywhere on here.
I'm confused,
So is this
Erica.
going to be like a chocolate hot dog?
I don't know, Erica.
What if it's like, wait, is it say cookie?
Yes, so maybe it's supposed to be maybe the cookie's supposed to be a hot dog, and then you dip it in raspberry sauce.
I've never seen a chocolate hot dog.
But it's saying
You've
a
never
chocolate
lived.
sugar cookie. I don't know. We're gonna have to go see it now. We're gonna have to go find this and look for it.
We're not going to because it's at the All Stars. I'm not going there now. I'm not
Not
going
even
there.
the music.
I'm not going there. No, you'd go to movies. Everyone knows that All Star Movies is the best.
It is the better
of
one.
The best. So, sports, no, it's not. I love sports. Enjoy sports.
Do you?
Yes, like the activity of sports.
Okay.
I enjoy that thoroughly. But it's it's not good. Let's move on over to Caribbean Beach Resort. I'm not going to go over, do we say Caribbean or Caribbean? Because I don't think we need to get into that. But starting, it's already started over at Centertown Market. 2 new sundaes themed after some of your favorite Disney friends. Mickey sundae made up of vanilla chocolate swirl soft serve topped with mini brownies, Mickey ears, and chocolate decor, as well as the mini sundae, which is vanilla soft serve, includes strawberry sauce, mini ears, a bow, and chocolate decor. That shows just how much they feel about Minnie. They're like, she gets vanilla, but Mickey, he gets the swirl.
He gets this.
I feel like that's kind of insulting. Minnie is so vanilla.
Poor girl.
Well,
I
Take to
abstain
her.
courteously.
I mean, you know what? Someone's got to lose in the game of life. It's going to be Minnie Mouse, I guess. Okay, over at Disney's Boardwalk. Listen to this, Rhino. You see this? You hear about this? Strawberry shortcake croissant roll at the Boardwalk Deli. And I'm not trying to say crescent roll like in a fancy way. I'm saying croissant roll at Boardwalk Deli. It's a delicious new bite featuring croissant dough with strawberry filling, and it's available on weekends starting already. It's apparently the summer season of strawberry shortcake, and because of that, the summer berry shortcake will make a fan out of you with a moist vanilla sponge
God.
cake, blueberry compote, strawberries, and chantilly. And you'll find this sweet slice at Gasparilla Island Grill. Sorry, that was a mispronunciation. Sarsaparilla Island Grill.
That's what the boys are calling it now.
Wait, Rhino. There are drinks in this one. Not on the Brown Derby one, but on this one.
I saw, but it's like, go ahead.
Why?
Because I feel like this is what this place does, and they just keep changing it.
At Geyser Point Bar and Grill?
They keep changing the name because they did it for Halloween. Didn't they have a Halloween margarita flight and they like changed colors? Am I thinking of it was them or was that maybe that was the Indiana Jones bar, Disney Springs. Jacques Lindsay's.
I mean, I would expect this kind of basicness from Geyser Point Bar and Grill. I know I'm going to lose a lot of fans on that one because every time I say something even slightly disparaging on it, people come out of the woodworks to tell me how wrong I am about a place. But yeah, it's happened.
Yeah.
So, yes, Rhino said it in a summer margarita flight featuring black cherry, spicy pineapple, raspberry, and cucumber melon. I'd get the spicy pineapple and the cucumber melon.
Cucumber melon sounds good.
Yeah, those both sound good. Leave the black cherry and the raspberry at home.
I want the black cherry one, so I can take that one.
Well, then who's drinking the raspberry one?
Fine.
It's not going to be me.
Fine.
I get two.
Yeah, and one of the ones is the one I wanted.
I'm sorry. That's how it goes in this game of life.
All right.
Coronado Springs Resort. You heard about it? You'll find Toledo Tapas Steak and Seafood, which is home to the smoked passion fruit made with Agustin. Erica, help.
Velasquez Felipe II.
Solera Reserva Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Solera.
Next word.
Smoked cinnamon.
Wait, that one.
Demerara.
Yeah.
That's not a Spanish word. That's just
Spanish.
That's a simple syrup.
I don't want to be the one to say it wrong.
And then the next one's passion fruit.
Demerara.
I know how to say passion fruit, thank you. And I almost screwed it up.
I know how to say passion fruit.
And house-made frozen orange juice. Listen, we just went through a lot there for a drink that probably doesn't even taste that good.
It's a frozen orange juice cube.
Okay, here's the thing. The juice started its journey as a frozen thing. If it's anything like the house I grew up in, the log of frozen orange juice that had to go into the thing.
Do they still make those?
For the concentrate one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they have to, right? Because you use them in like a punch, I think, still. They might just not be as readily available because they definitely were not. They were definitely mostly sugar, but it's all we could afford. And I remember my mom would never have it done right, and she'd be like, just pour the hot water in it and then smash it with the wooden spoon.
Yeah. I always I wanted the ones with Donald Duck on the label, but my mom never wanted to buy it.
Oh, no, we didn't have
She was
that.
just like, why wouldn't we just have orange juice?
Ours was just like, it's kind of like orange juice. That was the brand.
Actually, I feel like my experience growing up was more like, we're having Kool-Aid. That's got real fruit in it, right?
It comes in a packet.
Mine was Capri Sun.
I mean, we went through that too. And then what was the one? Was it Fruitopia? It was like a Coca-Cola brand soda. Wasn't a soda, though. It was
this is the healthy
juice.
choice.
Yeah.
The green Fruitopia, there's something in it I'm allergic to, and it was the only one I wanted to drink. So I drank it, and then immediately it was like someone was driving a knife up my entire body, and I was like, worth it.
I don't want to brag, but I feel like if you grew up in the 90s into the early 2000s, that was like the peak of food that is terrible for you.
Oh, yeah.
Food and drinks that are like really marketed as being healthy because they'll be like, it's got 1 ounce of fruit in the entire thing. But then it's like, oh, but it's 900 times the daily amount of sugar you should have. I've talked about it before. I was addicted to Sobeys.
What was that Snapple that had they were the elements?
Snapple.
And it was like, oh, I'm going to put colored water in these ones and put them above my bed. I'm cool.
I was listening to a podcast and there was a funny story about Snapple.
Is Snapple still around?
I believe it is, yeah.
It just doesn't seem as relevant anymore. Remember the commercials? They'd be like, the bottle cap?
I don't know if they market it anymore. And I feel like half of the things that we were obsessed with was because it was marketed on child's television.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. And they don't have kids shows on TV like that anymore.
I don't see kids eating Lunchables the way we did when we were growing up.
Lunchables were also I felt like more of a delicacy. Like nowadays they're like $1, right? $2. And I feel like when I was a kid, it was like, you got Lunchable money?
Oh yeah. It was like
when it came out, it was fancy,
You
right?
want a treat? You were good?
Yeah.
I mean, the nachos Lunchable.
I got all the Lunchables that I wanted. So
wow. Bougie.
Chris Williams took care of me really well. So,
I didn't have a Lunchable till I was definitely in lived here in Florida, I think, actually. So I was definitely in my mid-20s.
Nah, I was definitely an after-school snacker. And so I had, I loved the little Lunchables pizzas. I would eat those a lot.
Did you put
the
them in
nachos.
the microwave?
No, usually I just ate them cold.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
gross.
I was more of a fan of them cold.
I liked them both, but when I got older, I started putting them in the microwave, and I was like, oh, this is pretty nice.
Yeah. I actually didn't really like the lunch meat ones because it would be like ham. That's what we have, the ham one.
I hate the ham one.
Who likes the ham one? We should get back on this. They mentioned
I used to take a hot dog out of the freezer, with the knife, and then cut the little slit in it, and then put it in the microwave way too long, and then eat it on a triangular on a piece of bread. That was this guy's after school snack, a hearty hot dog.
I'm glad you're still with us.
I'm right.
Then again, I don't know who's the bigger problem of the group. Us eating, completely processed, over salted little packets of Lunchables, or you eating hot dogs?
hot dog a day keeps the doctor on speed dial.
Okay, go to the Dolphin to go to Rosa Mexicana.
Hey, have you been to
that's
this
open
yet?
This summer. Not yet. We got to go do a dining review.
Yeah, I really want to go.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably only open at night though, and we hate going out at night.
We're like anti-vampire.
It's when the vampires come out.
Inverted vampire.
Too afraid of vampires. Over at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park at Tamu, a new Sunday is on the scene. Then it just might become your new
everything's
favorite.
offered.
You just started talking about
I
the
said Rosa Mexicana's open. That's like a full show in itself.
Oh, I thought it was mentioning what's in the picture, but it's not.
No.
Okay.
It's open.
Sorry.
They got churros.
It's open. It's over there.
You literally ruined my setup for what does look like the most delicious thing on here. The Pineapple Crisp Sundae combines a pineapple crisp cake with vanilla ice cream and is topped with a pineapple caramel and crispy streusel topping.
This does look really good.
Yeah, it does. And the author says, my mouth is watering just thinking about this one. And you know what? Mine too.
Right
Mine too. I agree with this one. Over at Restaurantosaurus, guess what's coming back? The fried chicken sandwich. This bite tops a warm baruch bun with crispy fried chicken breast, pickles, lettuce, tomato, and a roasted garlic aioli. And it comes with fries.
I hate the way this was already. Did I mention it comes with fries?
Yeah,
okay. I assumed it would. Yeah, okay.
That actually sounds really good.
If they were like, did I mention it came with tater tots? I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, we're breaking the norms. It's not served with fries. It's coming with tater tots.
Yeah.
Wow. A Disney quick service restaurant serving French fries as a side dish.
Unheard of.
Only at Disney. Only at Disney. And Flame Tree Barbecue welcomed back ribs, chicken, and pulled pork as a sampler. You want all three? You got it. This is the way Rhino's going to get to eat there. Get them all three at one time. Hates meat on the bone. So he has to deal with that.
I sure do.
We're almost at the end of this. Not this show. Unfortunately, we're packing so much into this bad boy.
This thing's cute, though, this next thing.
It is cute. Hey, Rhino, what's sweeter than ice cream?
An ice cream sandwich.
Oh, in between cookies line. The Dino Dig ice cream sandwich is the perfect treat to keep you satisfied, sweet, and cool, apparently.
I didn't know you were cueing me from the article. Yeah. I'm sorry.
We're taking this.
Okay. Literally, you just stopped reading mid-sentence.
Yeah. They 100%, they can and they should claim us on copyright infringement on this one. It's like doing a play without getting the express permission.
I've actually read you can do what we're doing. You can do this, and you can play a video as long as we are offering the commentary like we are currently you have to be commenting as you're doing it. You can't do it all and then comment after.
I mean, I feel like at the very least this is satirical in nature.
Right? Except for the reality is we're going to eat all the food. So.
Yeah, while crying. But yeah, vanilla ice cream sandwich between 2 house-made sugar cookies with chocolate sprinkles, cookie crumbs, sugar bones, and an adorable white chocolate dinosaur. And the author, Erica, what does the author say about that?
Actually, I have the ones up on the DIS, so I don't have.
Just look how cute it is.
But it is the cutest little dinosaur.
No, that's what the author said.
You know what? That's the thing. I sent her the direct links to them.
I didn't have it. I had
direct link to the churro.
I had to find it myself.
I sent all 3.
Well, I was already in this article. I'm supporting Jackie Gailey. Thank you.
Erica. Okay, well, let's move over to Hollywood Brown Derby because they have their new seasonal menu that is all in full swing. And guess what I'm hearing? This
Cobb
stuff.
salad.
Cobb salad is still on the menu.
Okay.
But you know what I hear? I'm gonna like really set it up. This is packed with flavor. It's like really kicking.
I'm assuming you're going to bleep that
Oh
part.
yeah, I want to like make it like a a good like NBC ABC sitcom where you only get one each episode, but
the
it's
mom
used
on the
for
Goldbergs just like doing it for a minute.
yeah, it's used for good comical relief. So watch me forget to take this out there. But new appetizers cooking over at Hollywood Brown Derby, and they're apparently packed with flavor, according to this author. Seafood options for you. The crab Louie features crispy olive bread, citrus blend, fried capers, and Louie sauce. Now,
What is Louie sauce?
Yeah, that's my
I would
question.
assume you milk a person named Louie, and that's how you get a Louie sauce.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me? Oh God. That's how they get it. That's how they
It's
get
a dressing. It's a dressing.
That's how they get eggnog.
It contains mayo, chili sauce, chili sauce or ketchup, green onions, and doesn't contain sugar.
Wait, ketchup?
Mayo, chili sauce or ketchup, green onions, and doesn't contain sugar.
So it's like a pink sauce, kind of. It's like a pink sauce.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah.
It's what I had with my French fries last night, minus the green onions.
Like the mayo ketchup.
A mayo ketchup. But I think if you're fancier, you have a chili sauce. Like if you're, if you come from a fancy part of the world. Anyways, the crab Louie, that was that one. And then, does anyone here love shrimp cocktail? Have we talked about shrimp cocktail yet?
I don't think we did.
Anyone? Shrimp cocktail? Shrimp cocktail? Shrimp cocktail?
Shaved fennel cucumbers in this shrimp cocktail.
Oh.
Guess what they don't have?
If it's cocktail sauce, I'll be so
They
angry.
don't have a specialty cocktail sauce. They've got a traditional cocktail
Thank
sauce.
God, because that's the best part.
Yeah, I mean, indubitably, it truly is. The author of this is a cheese lover. That's great to know. And there's lots of cheese options, apparently, including an heirloom tomato and burrata salad, combines shaved onions, Thai basil, gremolata, and a delicious citrus vinaigrette into a can't-miss dish. And then also, I think they've revamped their charcuterie board featuring chef selections of cured meats, cheeses, and accompaniments. Of course, that being charcuterie boards being adult Lunchables, as is commonly referred to.
Yeah, the next thing I'm very excited about.
I know you.
Because you are too.
I didn't pause enough to let you talk about how much you love burrata.
I love burrata. I love burrata and I love charcuterie board. Honestly, a stellar charcuterie board would have burrata on it. That's fine.
I mean, your ideal one at least.
Oh, my ideal one has a spicy cheese, a wet cheese, gross, and
That would be a burrata.
a
That's wet
burrata,
cheese.
a spicy, like a pepper jack, and then I think probably you need like a cheddar or something like that, or maybe a liquid cheese. Maybe you get liquid, semi-firm, and then firm. Like gas, liquid, solid.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We love science.
Are you like implying that you want queso on a charcuterie board?
Hey, has it been done? Maybe.
Probably by you at home.
No, I haven't, but I would.
We'll see.
Cheese
We'll
whiz, maybe.
Hey, do we have any escargot fans here?
Yeah.
No.
Because we're going to want to escargot do Brown Derby to try their escargot, which is accompanied by roasted garlic bechamel and a crispy prosciutto and then, pause after that, roasted garlic bechamel and crispy prosciutto. And scene. Sounds good.
I love it.
It's escargot. Can't go wrong. Roasted bone marrow is composed of braised beef, pickled mustard seeds, and a fig bread crostini. It does look like a good bone marrow. Like sometimes my problem with bone marrow is there's just not enough marrow on the inside. And this one, at least they're like packing it. And those little crostinis, those almost look like they're broiled.
Yeah, I mean the crostinis look good, but bone marrow is one of those things. I'm in two worlds where I'm like, well, at least we're eating the entire animal.
Yep, and it's a good part. It's juicy, fatty. You haven't
Can't do it. No.
Yeah,
That's a
I
hard
know.
pass.
It's okay. Then we'll move on to the entrees. You know what? Something I didn't expect for them to have on this menu: a classic filet mignon.
Oh.
But they have one with glazed carrots, potato pate, Pav? Potato pave.
I think we had this problem before and we didn't
Pave.
know the answer.
It's potato something. Horseradish cream and a tasty peppercorn sauce to finish it off. Then they also have a lamb shank that's accompanied with summer vegetables, harissa vinaigrette, and nasturtium.
I don't know what.
Nasturtium.
Nasturtium? Nasturtium. 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 Chamula. Charmula. Chamula. Nasturtium. 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 Nasturtium Chamulia. No. God, that can't be it. This is the worst. This might be the worst 2 words I've ever seen written.
Yeah, the worst part, too, is I know we are going to be ridiculed for it, and we'll get it. Why can't they bother learning the names before doing this stuff? And it's so unprofessional. But, what do you do? What do you do? I could literally listen to a pronunciation on this one for repeat for an hour, and we're still going to sit down here, and I'm going to say it completely wrong.
It doesn't help that I'm dyslexic, because sometimes the words when they look like that doesn't make sense at all.
Nastrum.
The burger.
The burger.
The burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Okay, well, we'll move on to an easier one, hopefully. Well, I think it's actually going to be a little bit hard because it's been a long time since I've had to say gooseberry. But free-range chicken and dumplings is the new dish for you, bringing 2 classics together, chicken and dumplings. It's bringing it together with a lemon ricotta gnocchi.
I believe it says nudie.
Gnocchi. Shishito cream and gooseberry jus.
Ooh.
And if you like pork, the recently added grilled pork is right up your alley with lavender, sage, polenta, local corn salsa, complete with a huckleberry barbecue sauce. Now that's a dish. If we go here for this, Rhino and I are going to knife fight over that pork chop, I have a feeling.
There's actually something further on this menu that I'd maybe my little Irish heart would go after.
Okay, well, we will find out about that, but we still have to... Oh, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Next up is seafood options, and you have the new sustainable fish, which I believe is whatever the sustainable fish of the day is.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll have that.
That's served with white bean ragu, derby summer vegetables, and roasted tomato emulsion. And they say it's a lovely addition to the menu, and I'm just not sure if I agree with that. But we'll have to see. And they also have a seafood ciopino, and this brings together favorites from the sea with shrimp, sea scallops, seasonal fish, mussels, a toasted baguette. What'd you call me? And aromatic tomato broth. Yum. But what Rhino was talking about was the Hollywood Brown Derby's latest rendition of a classic comfort food dish, the shepherd's pie. And this is plant-based. It's got roasted garlic mashed potatoes, mushrooms, peas, corn, and a carrot romesco into a plate that will warm your soul and ignite your taste buds. Do we have any plant-based eaters at the table here?
That'd be me.
Oh, okay. And does that sound good?
With you right now.
As long as you give me a spoonful, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I would do the pork chop. We'd get one of those. Honestly, the chicken and dumplings.
Yeah, that too looks good.
It sounds good. This one, oh man, that'd be hard. I forgot about the lamb shank. We've gotten so far away from the lamb shank in the nasturtium churmula.
The nasturtium churmula. Yeah, somebody like sat in a room and was like, "That look, you know what? This is what it's called. Nasturtium. Forget it."
You know, usually in a situation like this, I would just go to the one word in there that I feel like I can pronounce, and I'm pretty sure it is churmula.
Churmula. Like chuma.
It just sounds better.
God, I'm tongue-tied now.
It's made up. And then, yeah, the famous cob's still there, as well as the grapefruit cake. Get that. It's good stuff. We haven't had enough fun this episode. Should we wrap it up talking about churros?
Sure
Yeah.
Sure
enough.
I can't do it.
Sure enough. Trying to come up with those
I
ones.
was going to say churbet. We should, but it doesn't work.
Okay, churbetcha. Churbetcha it does. I'm not sure if that's it. That would be more for sherbet. Sherbet.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that discussion now. We're here to talk about churros. It is the season of the churro. And apparently there is a National Churro Day on June 6th. But rather than limit churros to just June 6th. At Disney parks, churros need to be a thing all the time. And, Disneyland's got a bunch of great sounding specialty ones that we will talk about. We will get there, but we'll start with Walt Disney World because you know what? They're really getting crapped on for National Churro Day because they don't get anything new. What they get is, here's all the churros you can already have here. And then it just sounds really sad. It's like Nomad Lounge, the churros with vanilla cream and strawberry guava sauce. They're
it
okay.
used to be a coffee dipping sauce, though.
Yeah,
so it's changed.
They're okay. I mean, you get them and you eat like 2 and you're like, yeah, those kind of worth it, but I won't get it again. And then you get it again. And then, of course, there's churros with chocolate sauce at 8 Spoon Cafe, Harambe Fruit Market, Isle of Java, and Trilobite. At Epcot, you can find churros at La Cantina de San Angel.
Good job.
Thank you. I'm learning. Practice that one. Of course, at the Mission Space Churro Cart. Over at Magic Kingdom, they have the mini churros at Pecos Bill, Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, and churro park carts throughout the park. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, they've got churro carts as well too, like that one that's right outside Baseline. But before you get to Muppets, it's just a little too close to the restrooms, right by Pizza Rizzo. It's it's just too close. I don't want to think about churros while I'm going to the restroom. Disney Springs also has churros at Sunshine Churros, believe it or not. And then beyond that, you can find them at Coronado Springs at Three Bridges. You know what? I don't think I've ever had the churros there.
I have
That
not.
seems like an oversight. Because if there was a place at Walt Disney World that I feel like might be able to do churros well, I would say it would be Coronado Springs. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe one day. But let's talk about the Disneyland ones because some of you might be going to Disneyland to try it. And, Disneyland's well known for just their regular churro is always incredible. It is one of my favorite Disneyland snacks. It just hits right in that park. But then beyond that, too, they've gotten in the game over the past 5-6 years or so doing these crazy specialty churros. Mm-hmm. And, I know you've seen the pictures, Erica.
Oh, yeah.
These things, they're almost too impossible to eat, but they're always best shared with a friend.
Remember that carrot cake churro we had?
That's what I was referencing.
Gosh.
Best shared with a friend. I've had some stinkers in there too, so I'm not going to act like they're all good. Sometimes it's just like, no, there's too much happening. Why are you putting Skittles, chocolate sauce, and peanut butter on top of it? None of these things go together. But they're like, yeah, but it's Bing Bong's churro. This is what comes out of him. That's not a real one. God, I hope they don't make it. Anyways, Disneyland's churros, all their specialty churros for the summer, they're basically going to be around through August 31st, at least the ones inside Disneyland Park. In Frontierland at the churro cart, you have a fruity cereal churro, berry sugar dipped. Berry sugar. I'm going through dodgeball now.
Yeah.
Duck, dive, dip. Duck and dodge. Berry
If you can
sugar
dodge a wrench, you can read about a churro.
Berry sugar dusted churro with sweetened condensed milk drizzle and fruity cereal topping. I could be okay with that. I like condensed milk.
That sounds pretty good.
Oh, I'll try anything Fruity Pebbles flavor.
I like it on my shaved ice. Shave ice. Sorry.
Ice, yeah.
Shave ice. Adding letters where it doesn't need to be.
Barcelona.
Over It's a Small World, powdered sugar churro covered in powdered sugar. This feels like just the laziest one. It's just powdered sugar.
It looks like E.T. when he's sick by the river. Literally what the picture looks like. Sorry. That is true.
You have to get it now, right?
What?
You have to get it when you're out there this summer.
We're dying.
Oh gosh, we'll be there while they still have them. We've got
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Holy crap. You're very much right, though.
Elliot.
It's why I can't eat beignets. They look the exact same way.
It just makes me sad.
Oh my god.
You can also get a regular churro there with a guava cream cheese dipping sauce. Mm.
Hell.
And tomorrow... Okay, chai spice churro with coffee cream. It's a churro rolled in chai spice sugar served with a coffee cream. And you could just get the coffee cream dipping sauce if you want. And Town Square, they have a tropical churro with pineapple flavored sugar topped with coconut cream drizzle.
You still thinking about ET?
Nope. I'm stuck on the
If
Eagles
Universal were listening, they would be smart to pull out and make their own churros now for ET and add a churro cart outside of the ET's attraction and just have them all be powdered sugar ones.
The hardest part is once you imagine it, like you can't get the image of him lying, like basically dead in the little river.
It's specifically the scene where he sees him up above, really far above, too.
It's like one of two scenes in that movie that like kept me terrified of it as a child. That's why, like, I think that's why I love the movie so much now, because I was so afraid when I was younger. Because between when he's in the shed at the beginning of the movie, and and then the river, it's like those were always like, nope, I don't need to see it, and now I love it. But a Sleeping Beauty Castle, it's a churro cart there. You have a pineapple churro with pineapple. It's a churro with pineapple flavored sugar, and then a sweet pineapple dipping sauce, which is pineapple flavored cream cheese with wafer crumbles topped with a cherry. And that takes us out of Disneyland Park.
Wow.
I didn't read what's happening in California Adventure, so hopefully we can get through this.
I did read the first one, and it looks interesting, and I want to try it.
The worst part about this is my nose is literally running from laughing, and that's uncomfortable. But this one's only available through June 28th, so Rhino, you will have to get this one for us and report back. The spicy chili cheese churro. Churro dusted with crushed spicy cheese chips and chili lime sugar dressed with nacho cheese sauce and crushed spicy cheese chips. I hate that I can't say sentences well.
Do you think they, like, when they go to write and name these things, they're like, okay, how can we make it so difficult that somebody will not be able to just off the bat read it?
I don't know, man.
Spicy chili cheese churro dusted with spicy, like it's like a like a.
I don't know. Listen, I've done something to my brain. I'm not sure what it is, but I just can't read basic words anymore. Or I try to read too fast. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. After that's gone on June 28th, starting June 29th through August 31st. The strawberry lemonade churro, which is a churro dusted with strawberry sugar and dressed with a lemon sauce and freeze-dried strawberries. I think it is. I just need to speak slower. But that felt too slow.
Baby.
It felt... Yeah, I don't know if I feel good about that. We'll try it on the next one, too. Over at the Cozy Cone Motel in Carsland.
There's a Skittles churro on here.
Oh, my God.
You called it.
Yeah, I'm just reading it, and I was like, this is literally the churro you just described.
If there's peanut butter sauce on there, holy crap. Okay, the Cozy Cone one, a chocolate hazelnut strawberry churro. It's a churro tossed in cinnamon sugar with chocolate hazelnut spread and freeze-dried strawberries. Isn't that the one I just read? Am I going crazy?
No, the other one was
also has
strawberry
freeze-dried
lemonade.
strawberries.
Yeah.
So buy up your stock on freeze-dried strawberries this summer. Disneyland's coming for you for churro season. Over at Goofy Sky School Churro Cart, they have a Smores Churro, a churro rolled in graham cracker sugar, topped with marshmallow cream and chocolate pieces. Oh, it's like a s'more.
Mm-hmm.
Funny. In Hollywoodland, at the Churro Cart, they have a bacon, peanut butter, and jelly churro. PB&J for short. This classic churro rolled in banana sugar, drizzled with peanut butter and jelly, and topped with crispy bacon. Now... I will be there for that one. Because I was going to say, Rhino, we've got to find a way for you to like have that be the last thing you bring out of the park and somehow survive.
I'll bring Tupperware.
Yeah, I don't know. So we're talking like full airport time once you leave the park, get a ride, get in there 3 hours roughly, then the 4.5 hour flight, then like another hour and a half, unless I pick you up directly from the airport just to get it. I don't think it's going to last. It's not going to last. It's okay. Hey, oh my gosh, Ryan, I'm so sorry that the churro with Skittles is coming from one of your favorite places. Taran Treats, the Cosmic Disturbance churro made with freeze-dried Skittles, bite-sized candies, popping candy, and blue flavored drizzle. This is like your nightmare.
Yeah, it's too sweet.
Oh my gosh. Where else did they use those Skittles? It was at Epcot.
Teresa had them.
Teresa did bring in freeze-dried Skittles.
Wait, it was in a drink.
Epcot.
It was in I think it was in one of the drinks we got at Space 220.
No, it wasn't that. Was it inside?
I think was it in the
It was
Odyssey?
inside the Odyssey. Yeah.
Oh,
it was.
maybe
It was.
right.
Was it that cake? It was the cake.
There
It was the
Yes.
Skittles cake.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Skittles cake.
Yeah.
For the arts.
Yeah, we should have bought stock in that too. We're just missing. Okay, we're down to our last two, and you find these at California Churro. And I have a problem with it. Are those churro carts that
I
are
don't
in
know.
downtown
Yeah,
Disney?
and
Are
I
they
didn't think they
really
were like.
connected? They're
I didn't think
not.
they were official.
don't
It's
think
like
they
when
are
people are like,
official.
"Oh, that giant
But,
cheese stick or
like,
the pickle dog."
No,
I'm like,
they're not official. They're in downtown Disney.
aren't they third party?
Yeah, I mean, they seem like it. I was just going to see how long we could talk over each other to, make
I
it complete.
think they're third party.
we could.
I think they're
like
third party.
it's. I mean, in most of the restaurants there are third parties.
Honestly, I don't know. The
really
signage doesn't look like Disney signage.
What happened to?
They don't give you the discounts.
Okay.
Not the discount.
At California Churro, you can. This isn't going to go well because I just did the
French
picture
toast
too.
churro.
It's a French churro. French toast churro.
French toast.
Churro rolled in cinnamon sugar, dusted with powdered sugar, and served with a side of breakfast syrup. So where the breakfast syrup isn't on the picture, it also once again looks like a dying E.T.
Yeah.
And we're right back to that. Oh my God, the next
It's when
one's
they
even
give them
worse.
the paddles.
Because the next one's a strawberry funnel cake bite. Churro cut into pieces, rolled in cinnamon sugar, dusted with powdered sugar, drizzled with strawberry dessert toppings, and topped with assorted sprinkles. So it's like the dead body of E.T. has also been mutilated.
It's
And
like
blood
what-
goes everywhere.
What happens if Elliot didn't save him?
Oh, man. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted after this one. This took like an hour to get through
Hey,
here.
these
Oh, yeah.
Hong
It was
Kong
a lot.
these Hong Kong churros. I got a beef. I'm not saying we have to talk about it, but there's an Iron Man one, and the holder is lit up, and I'm like, excuse me, why? Everybody eats better food than Walt Disney World because we have those stupid flavorless people here. It's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, if you also look then at how cheap they are with theirs, at Jetsy Snack Roundup, they get churro.
Well, at Tokyo Disneyland Disney Resort, it looks like they have ones that are in the shape of Mickey.
Oh yeah, Mickey shaped churro.
Son of a
Just
gun.
put some
Tokyo does
effort.
it again.
Put some effort.
They did it again. Wow.
Should have just been a churro podcast.
Wow.
Wow. Well, you know what? We I was about to play. Well, at least we have the ET churro, but we don't. That's at California. So
No, we don't. All we have is hopes, dreams, and a desire to eat all of these new eats
I'm hungry.
at Disney parks this summer. So with that, I believe that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Disney Dining Show. If you enjoyed it and you want to support us, book a trip through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Live your churro dreams with them. Get that free no obligation quote today at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. If you also want to support us more, you're watching this on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, questions, video suggestions in the comment section. If you listen to this, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts and leave us a rating and review when possible. Thank you so much to both of you for having this conversation with me. It's fun.
Do it for
I liked
Henry Thomas.
Do it for ET.
Do it for ET.
Do it for
Do
ET.
it for ET. If you want ET to live, support us.
Help.
What's he keep? He's
Ouch.
no. When Elliot keeps screaming in there, but I'm like screaming up. No, before that, he's just crying in there, like ET. But I keep screwing it up.
Oh,
with, like,
yeah. I forgot what he said.
he's too old. He's
too old.
That's
He's
old. That's
too
Homeward Bound.
old. Yeah, I'm like,
That's Homeward Bound. Cue the music. Peter, I love you so.
sassy.
Okay, wait. That's the end of the show. Thank you so much to both of you for having this conversation. Thank you so much to everyone who wasted your time listening and watching this. We truly hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon with another episode of the Disney Dining Show. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay hungry.
Yummy, yummy.